Okay, okay. Can you hear the? Can you hear now? The speaker is not on. Just a moment, please. Okay, I guess it's back. Yes, Chioma, confirm, please. Madam Chinyere, confirm the sound. Thank you, everyone. I'm sure the sound is back now. Good evening, Pastor Rufus. Good evening. Let me just quickly call out our good friends, brothers and sisters, great community members. Thank you. Just one button. You see the effect, what one button can do. Okay, Supreme on TikTok, you can hear me. Who else is there? Okay. Who else is on TikTok? Queen Ivy. Okay. Baby Mila and Mom. Thank you, everyone on TikTok. On Facebook, Mayowa, thank you for joining. Chinyere, thank you. Chioma, thank you. Adaogo, thank you. Who else? Ufan on Facebook, thank you. Yes, Pastor Rufus on YouTube, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Pastor Rufus, good evening once again. You will get hard copy of your books tomorrow, man of God. Thank you. In service, you will get it. I think you'll be the first to be having the hard copies on the spot. All right. Everyone, thank you once again for joining the live session. Please, let's encourage everyone in our community to like, share, and drop comments as we commence this teaching. First of all, how are you all doing? How's the week been for every one of you? At work, oh, I can't stay much. Mayowa, thank you. Thank you. We appreciate the time you've stayed with us so thus far. Thank you. Sarah on Facebook, thank you. You are welcome. All right, all right. Tonight, we're going deep into what is titled Digital Leadership and Influence. You agree with me? We are in a digital age now. The world has gone digital. Virtually everything has been digitalized. The same with leadership. Pretty ST, I'm doing great. And you? I'm sure you are doing pretty just as your name is. Okay, so digital leadership and influence. Today's teaching is to give us the understanding of what it takes to lead in the digital world, leading effectively in the digital age. It's amazing how a whole lot of us are left behind. You see, life the world is dynamic. Things change virtually every time, all the time. And as human, like it's commonly said, the only constant thing in life is change. It is change. All right. So the question then is, what kind of change? Please listen. Technology has changed the tools of leadership. Technology has changed the tools of leadership, but it has not changed the principles of leadership. Technology has changed. Technology will keep evolving. Technology will keep being modified, but it cannot change. It has not changed the principles of leadership, meaning leaders who fail to adapt digitally risk becoming irrelevant. Principles are good, principles are basic, principles are standard, but an effective leader must be able to adapt to changing technology. Okay, so what are the objectives? Because we need to know, we need to be informed. as to what the key objectives that this teaching, what we hope to learn, to gain from tonight's teaching. Okay, let me just do some mention again. Oyinye Sarah, you are welcome. I think Chidima joined again after the last mention. You are welcome. So please, let's like. If you're watching from TikTok, please ensure you like this video, share to your community. If you are yet to subscribe, subscribe across all our channels. The same for Facebook, YouTube. Ensure you like, you drop comments, and subscribe in the case where you are yet to do that. All right. In fact, going through this session, while preparing for this session, it's something just came to my mind many years ago. Some organizations, some religious organizations, some ministries, churches, all manner, they had policies that were seemed to be spiritual but anti-technology. I don't need to mention the name, but you see, but today, technology, the same organizations now are in a race to be at the top in terms of technology. So technology will always evolve, and leaders must always align with technology in a positive way. So the key objectives of this teaching, one is to make our viewers to have the understanding of what digital leadership truly means. What digital leadership truly means. Secondly, to help us to understand, to learn how to build influence, positive influence online without sacrificing our integrity. Because, people do a lot today to earn, to gain online influence. Thirdly, to discover practical strategies for leading people in a digital world. Because when you cannot be analog and lead effectively in a digital age. No. So discover practical strategies for leading people in a digital world. The world is digitalized. We are in a global village today. Virtually anything you can think of can be made possible by virtue of technology. And as leaders, there is the urgent need for us to align to this ever changing world of digitalization. Last objective is to understand how social media can either build or destroy a leader's credibility. How social media can either build, help you scale up, or destroy your leadership credibility. Please listen to this. 20 years ago, 20 years ago, if you wanted to influence thousands of people, if you wanted to speak to thousands, tens, hundreds, and thousands of people, you would need to go into a TV station or go get some space in a newspaper, or perhaps go to the radio station. That is about 20 years ago or thereabouts. If you needed to communicate to multitudes in thousands, in hundreds, that's what you needed to do. But that is not the case today. Today, all you need is just a smartphone. Just a phone. In some case, the phone might not even be smart in any way. I don't know how smart your phone is, but so just a phone, just a little device, and you are connected globally. So you see, those who lived and left in the past will struggle to lead today and in the future if they don't align with growing technological trends. Winter, good evening on TikTok. Please like the video. Let's keep liking them, and also share to your friends. Winter, thank you on TikTok. So remember, I just mentioned those who led in the past, those who are yet to understand or to come to the reality of the present in terms of technology will always be left behind. Will always be left behind. So never in history has one individual had so much power. Never in history has one individual had so much power than it is today. With just one click, you can communicate, you can connect with thousands and if not millions of viewers from the comfort of your home. But listen, please, here is the challenge. Many people are visible online, but they have no influence. Visibility is different from influence. Some others have followers, but they have no credibility. Some have followers, but they have no credibility. So the question is no longer, are you online? The question is, what kind of leadership? What kind of leadership are you demonstrating online? Everyone wants to be online. Very good, interesting. But the $1 million question today, oh, okay, I wasn't seeing all these comments. Oh, wonderful. I was wondering, why are the comments not dropping? Beautiful. I'm just seeing them now. Thank you. Ukamaka, you're here. Welcome. Stella Johnson on Facebook. Sunday Susan, thank you. Adalgo, principles cannot be changed, but leadership can change by adapting. I'm just reading the comments from Facebook now. Okay. Leadership from Adalgo, principles cannot be changed, but leadership can change by adapting to principles to changes positively by discovering practical skills in technology. Thank you. Ukamaka, you are welcome. Doreen, you are welcome. Wow, so many comments. I'm yet seeing them now. Okay, beautiful. Let's move on. Thank you, Chidima. You are welcome. Beautiful. So I love the energy in the room. So much energy. Abeams, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please note, today's major question is not if you are online. It's not if your leadership is being seen or being heard. It is more of, what are you transmitting online? Visibility is not always, does not always equate to influence. Visibility does not always equate to influence. Please listen very well. If someone visits your social media page today, your social media handle, any of them, what will they see? What will they take away from your platform? Will they see leadership or will they see failure? What will they see? Because your online presence is your greatest advertisement. Your online presence is the real you people see. Many might not see you, never see you physically, but what they see about you is what they remember of you. So technology will give you visibility, but value will give you influence. Technology will always give us visibility. Thank you, Winter. Technology will always give you visibility, but value, the value you place on your content, is what will give you influence. And this might take some time for you to get to that stage. But consistency will always reveal character. Now, in the first section of this teaching, we shall be teaching on understanding digital leadership. Bisola Afolabi, thank you for joining. Digital leadership. The world, like I said from the beginning, is already digitalized. Everything is digitalized, especially if you live or you've been around the Western world. You see everything, virtually everything. You take it or leave it. You cannot survive in this age without digital technology. Let's talk. You're welcome. Good. How is okay? Good. Okay, so what is digital leadership? This is the ability to influence. Influence. Please take note of that, because everything you drop online is sending a signal. Anything you drop, even your comments, is a signature. Your likes, it's a signature. Everything you do online reveals you. So digital leadership is the ability to influence, to inspire, to educate, and mobilize people through digital platforms. Through digital platforms such as Facebook, X, and the rest of them, while maintaining integrity, credibility, authenticity, and purpose. Please note this: anything we do online reveals who we are. Everything we do, everything, everything reveals who we are. As a matter of fact, I think I've mentioned this recently. Some persons have been denied visas they've longed for, all because of the content of their media platforms. Before people see you, they first evaluate you. And the easiest way to evaluate you is just a little search online of who you are. So another question now is, when they search for you online, what will they see? Who will they see? What will they see, and who will they see? So we are, as leaders, we must understand that digitalization is not just about becoming an internet celebrity. No, it's not just about using technology to create content. It is about taking advantage of technology to make the needed impact in our field of endeavor. Earlier within the week, one of us on the platform reached out and said she wanted to be my virtual assistant. And very interesting, I've been thinking, where will I need this person the most? Because digitalization, yes, will give you easy visibility, but your credibility lies in your integrity. Let me take that again. Digitalization will give you easy visibility, but your credibility lies in your integrity and in our consistency. So now we'll be dealing on just five, or is it six? Okay, five characteristics of digital leaders. Those who take advantage of digitalization early always go far in their industry. Those who take advantage, if you are in ministry, those that run church organizations and all of that, just try to take a reflection. Those ministries that went online early, take it or leave it. God, it's like they had an early lead in ministry. The same way across several organizations. Those who take early advantage of technology oftentimes do better than those who delay in taking advantage of technology. Those days, you see some ministry was this is it Go TV, not just not Go TV, is it My TV, on strong decoder. Those ministries that went digitalized, started streaming live, doing all of that, did better or went farther than those who delayed. So the first characteristics of digital leaders, because tonight the goal is to get all of us into digitalization. Olufunke, good evening and welcome. Thank you for joining. And please let's share this broadcast to our friends. Remember, we are live on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, and on X. Trisha, good evening. Where is Musa Faith? I think I need to personally reach out to her. She has been a bit absent of recent. So vision, that's the key. Number one characteristics of digitalized leaders. Technology is used strategically, not just randomly. This is where vision comes in. I'm sure you all know what a vision is. That is the picture, a documented picture of your aspiration and your destination. A documented picture. Vision first is what you see with your eyes, what you believe in your heart. It is not yet a vision if it is not documented. Please take note. Choma, thank you. I can see you on X platform. Thank you very much. It is not yet. My Bayelsa friend Faith, you have been missing in action. How are you? Good evening. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Once again, your vision is not yet a vision if it is not documented, if it is not written down. It is not yet a vision. It's just wish making. So, second characteristics of digital leadership is adaptability. Your ability to adapt. Your ability to adapt. Listen, technology changes constantly. In fact, it changes every day. So leaders must keep learning. And this is why leaders, transformational leaders, intentional leaders, surround themselves with smart people, smart thinking vessels. Let me use that word. People, because as a leader, of course, you are most likely preoccupied with several other very key important things, but there is a need for you to assign people, especially the younger ones that know much about these trending things, to assist you in accelerating. You see, most of the successful people you see today globally, at one point or the other, they took up volunteering jobs. Oh, sir, please, can I help you do this? Can I do this? And no leader you will genuinely do things for. True leaders. Now, of course, some will just use you, some will take advantage of you, but a true and genuine leader will reward you for services rendered directly and indirectly. I hope we got that. Nebiolu say you're welcome. Jegede, you are welcome. Trisha, you are welcome. Thank you. Graver, you are welcome. All right, let's proceed. So, credibility is the third characteristics we are dealing with. Trust remains the foundation of influence. Today, when people talk about trust, people are quick to talk about the followers. But the biggest trust deficiency in our world today is from our leaders. The biggest deficiency of trust in our world today comes from the leaders. If you agree with me, let me see your comments on that. Between the followers and the leaders, who have the biggest trust issues? Please, I would like to see this comment now. Between the leaders and the followers, from your experience, who has trust Nadikoko? Thank you. From X, that's a comment from X. Trust Nadiko. Yes, trust. Because once trust is broken, nothing else can stand. Yes, Faith, I can see your comments. Nothing else can stand. Trust remains the foundation of influence. Please, if you are a leader where there are trust issues, don't bother leading. Go fix it first. Where there are issues of trust within your organization, within your leadership. Okay, Ukamaka Blessing on Facebook, are you saying the followers are the ones that have the problem of trust or the leaders? In my own opinion, the leaders have the bigger parts because once the leadership is right, I think the followers would easily align. Immaculate, thank you. Welcome. Okay, Choma is saying, I think this conversation is getting interesting now. Choma on X is saying, I would say leaders, they carry people's expectation, make difficult decisions, and often have to trust. Okay, interesting. Please let me have your comments from, okay, let's talk on TikTok. Say, leaders, example, are government officials. Pretty ST say, the leaders, so okay, I think this one is on the leaders. So, trust issues. Again, I want to repeat, please. We need to be humane enough. We need to be responsible enough to fix issues of trust where they exist. The leaders are not loyal. Oh, no, okay. Okay, but they expect loyalty from the followers. Good. Okay, Immaculate said, trust has to come from the leaders. I agree with you. I think I agree, but if you have a contrary view, please present it. Because this is why this is an educational platform. Because, in my opinion, again, if the leaders are trustworthy, the followers will follow through. Where, okay, look at the funny situation in Nigeria today. Someone is accusing a chief of staff to the president, and he's still there in the office, still making noise. You know, the standard first is to resign the position, right? is to be subjected to an independent, panel, but you cannot be a judge in your own case. It's an established principle in humanity. Okay, so let's move. Thank you for following. I can see some great persons joining and following us on TikTok. Beautiful, awesome. Thank you. So ensure you follow the YouTube page, follow us on our Facebook channel, on X, and let's keep building this platform together. Pretty ST is saying again, if they are not loyal, they shouldn't even be a leader self. Abi, I agree with you. Because why? How can you lead people that can't put trust in you? Chidima said the leaders. Sunday, Susan say loyalty. Okay, so let's proceed. Number 4 characteristics of digital leaders is value creation. I always say this and I will keep saying it. Please, I beg you, increase your value. Increase your value. Please listen. People will seek to undervalue you. As a matter of fact, some will devalue you. But in the midst of it, value yourself. Increase your value. Work on your value. Faith said on Facebook, trust has to come from both parties. Else, the relationship won't last. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, people return to platforms, people return to leaderships that constantly improve their values. Please listen. Sonny Baba, my brother on TikTok, thank you. Good evening for joining. People return, people stay, people connect, people align, people follow. Platforms and leaders that gives them value. Some persons follow some celebrities, some platforms for entertainment. Good, beautiful. Some follow for information. Some follow for knowledge. The key thing is, what is your value? Like the world often say, what do you bring to the table? So this leads me to the 5th characteristic, which is authenticity. Please listen to this. There is no other version of you that has ever existed. No other version of you that will ever exist. So that thing, pretty ST, in fact, you drew my attention back. You just drew my attention back. Value yourself first. I beg you. I think it was last year or the year before. There was this caption, say, value will value you. Perfect. For example, now I've seen some faces here, some names rather, on this platform. They are always here. They're always here for whatever it's worth. They are always here. Now, as a person, would I not value such a person much more than someone that would just say, oh, I'm your brother, I'm your cousin, I'm your uncle, and you're having challenge, and just one like, just one comment. Okay, imagine that I'm here all by myself, nobody's here. No matter how excited or self-motivated you are, you will feel it. So I agree with that phrase, value who value you. Simple. You get it? So some persons, I will just look, are you not seeing my post? Are you not following my page? Are you not? As a matter of fact, people will not celebrate you. People will not identify with you when you are yet to become influential. People don't People are not always interested in your story, but they want to be affiliated with your glory. In your formative stage, few cares about you. In your formative stage, in your season and moment of trials, people, few, nobody cares about you. But when you are big, when you are made, when you are established, suddenly everyone seems to care about you. And this is where you must maintain your authenticity, because there is no other version of you that can be better or greater than you. So people who connect, see, listen, people connect with genuine leaders. People, opinions are good. It's good. Listen to what people are saying, take counsel, take advice, but in the midst of the counsel, don't lose your identity. Don't lose your authenticity. The reason is influence online can only be sustained by your authenticity offline. Your online influence can only be sustained by your authenticity offline. You know, you cannot change you because that is who you are. You cannot change because that is who you are. That is who you were formed to be. That's who you were created to be. That's who you were structured to be. Yes, last week we touched on fake life, packaging, and all of that. Don't you see? Oh my God, the digital age has given room to a lot of identity manipulation, increased fake life. You know, Sometimes I see people in real life, and when I see them I see people offline, but when I see the same person online, sometimes, especially the female folks, so please permit me. When I see them online, I'm like, is this the same person I'm seeing or a different person? You know, it's like what you ordered against what was delivered. Okay, so let's proceed. I think everyone understand, especially the ladies in the house. So building the next section now, we shall be dealing with building digital influence. Everyone wants to be influential. That's the truth. Everyone wants to be influential. And this is where vision again comes in, because you need to know what you want from the beginning. And that's what vision does. Vision again is a documented picture of your expectation on any venture. Vision is a documented picture, because you can talking about vision is not vision. Thinking about vision is not vision. But documenting what you have talked, documenting what you have taught is what becomes a vision. So please, I want to encourage every one of us here, learn to document your thoughts. Learn to document your talk. This is true vision. Learn to document your thoughts. Learn to document your talk. Put them together in a book and be committed to it. That is vision. Thank you, Faith. You have to put in the action. All right, so in this segment, we shall be, Tawakat, you are welcome. We shall be dishing out certain principles that will help us to build building our digital leadership. Label Sahab, Cyprian Clapper, thank you everyone on TikTok. I can see you. Thank you all for the likes. And please let's share this live session. Share it on your, put it on your status, in your various WhatsApp group, your communities. Encourage someone somewhere to join in this session, and let me have your thoughts while watching this live stream. And ensure you like the put a like out there in whatever platforms. Remember, we are streaming from X, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Okay, let's talk. It's asking a question on TikTok. How do you create value for those who follow you? What is value in this context? Beautiful. Now, in this context, what is value? You can't create general value. First is your integrity, your principles. Your principles. That is where your value is anchored. Now, value in this context, in your industry, put in the work. Put in the work. Strive. Average is not enough in the theory or in the school of value. When it comes to value, you have to put in the best. So, how to create value in responding to your question? I'm responding to a question from one of our viewers on TikTok. She said, how do you create value for those who follow you? One, lead them effectively. Lead your followers effectively. Don't compromise their trust on your leadership, because leadership is a trusteeship. When people follow you, not that they have no alternative. Perhaps they made a choice to follow you. They made a choice to follow you. So when sometimes leaders see followers as as people putting stress on them or strain on them. I've seen leaders seeing followers as people that are pesting around them. No, no. Anyone following you has an alternative. First, it must sink. Anyone following you has an alternative. Followership is a choice. Even when people are compelled to follow you, you have the moral responsibility to lead them effectively, to showing them, teaching them, leading them in the best way you know how to do, and bringing out the best in them. That is how you give value to them. Any leadership that does not challenge you, any leadership that does not improve you, any leadership that does not put responsibility on you to being the best at what you do is questionable leadership. So I hope that answers your question. Let's talk on TikTok. All right, let's keep the question coming in while we proceed in the session. So the first principle number one in building digital influence is, we must note that technology is what you do. It's not just what you know. That is, teach what you know. Teach what you know. You can't give what you don't have in the first place. You can't give what you don't have. So the first principle is teach what you know. Become known for something. Become known for solving problems. Because every organization, okay, Sarah, thank you. Thank you for that notification. Every organization is created to solve a problem. That is the truth. Everybody on earth here, you are here to solve a problem. It is your identification of that problem that makes you a leader in that field. It is your identification of that problem. So the biggest question is, what am I here to solve? What problem am I here to solve? That is the biggest question anyone can ever deal with. Because influence is earned, it cannot be bought. Influence is earned, you earn it. It has no price tag. As a matter of fact, if there were to be a price tag, the price tag for influence is value, consistency, credibility. Influence cannot be bought. Those who think or thought they bought influence today suffer from it tomorrow. You know, some people just think they are in government, they are in power, they have money, they can command influence, they can do this, they can do that. No, people have done it in the past and they all regretted it. Influence has no price tag, so to say. If there were to be a price tag on influence, it is purchased by your value, it is purchased by your credibility, it is purchased by your consistency. I hope we got that. Stella, oh, sorry for the poor network over there. I hope it gets better for you there. Thank you. So the second principle is the principle of consistency. Consistency. Consistency builds trust. Consistency builds trust. Again, go back. See the major global giants. They say what they do, what they say they will do. They are consistent. They are consistent. In Nigeria a few years ago, there's this airline, Green Africa. Not too big, but their timing is consistent. I don't know about today, but a few years ago. If they said they were to fly by 8 a.m., 8 a.m. is 8 a.m. But of course, you will not try that with earpiece. I'm sure even today, from what we see online. So, consistency will always build trust. Okay, so the third principle is the principle of engagement. Leaders must learn to engage people because leadership is conversational. It is not a broadcast. And this is where our government leaders, let me use that, in Nigeria really needs to wake up. Leaders all over the world hold press conferences randomly, almost every day. Mr. Harrison Ewere, is that you? Good evening on TikTok. How are you doing? So they hold conferences virtually every now and then. Good. Okay, Faith is asking a question on Facebook. She said, is engagement the same as communication? Not really. Engagement is a mode of communication. It's a part of communication. Because in communication, sometimes you just do a broadcast. In communication, you engage people to know how they feel, to know how they think, to know to have a feel and insight about them. And for me, this is the lowest point of our governmental leadership back home. As a matter of fact, you will beg. You will beg even your local government chairman to speak with the council people. You will beg them. I'm sure you can relate to what I'm saying. When last have you spoken? Have you had, okay, even online, governor, they can't even do online engagement with people. They keep speaking to electorates through aids. For me, that is shambolic. That is bad. That is so poor. So leaders must, the principle of engagement is key. It is crucial because leadership is conversational. Listen, leaders who engage their followers in conversation create bonding with them. Leaders who engages their followers more. Oh, my great brother Harrison, thank you so much. I hope you are enjoying the session. This is our first time on TikTok live. Thank you so much. I hope to call you immediately after this session. All right, beautiful. So leaders who engage their followers, their constituents, often create bond. I mean, even if you can't engage them physically, why not even create, okay, today, my state, this is the link, we're having a Zoom, let everybody come and speak. But once somebody is a leader, in fact, we don't have leadership in Africa, we have rulership. Let me say that. We don't have leadership, we have rulership. If the president of America will be engaging the citizens, you watch him every now and then. Engage the citizens, engage the media every time. We don't have leadership, we only have rulership. So, because it's funny, let's not even go towards that direction because it's a known fact. But please, as a leader on this platform, learn to engage. Ask those around, even when you know what to do, please ask them, what do you think about this? It creates bonding. It creates bonding. When you engage people like this, you hardly lose them. You hardly lose them. No matter the forces, they will stick to you because why? They feel your pulse and you also feel their pain. So the fourth principle is maintain professionalism. Please don't sacrifice your leadership for mediocrity. No, please. Everything you do, everything you say, everything you post online in this digital age becomes part of your reputation. Everything you say, everything you do, everything you post forms part of your reputation. And a time will come, you will not only be judged by your person, you will be judged by your digital content. It's already happening and it will increase in the years to come. So the fifth principles, thank you, Juliet. Please let's share the live to your, share it on your timeline, to your status, to your groups, and in a short while now we'll be rounding up this session for tonight. Thank you for joining. If you have questions, please keep the questions coming. If you got any insight or any added value, drop it in the comment section and I will do my best to read them out. So serve before serving. The fifth principle is learn to serve before expecting to be served. Service is the master key even in digital leadership. Now, people support leaders easily who consistently add value. Anytime you see a leader who has no record of service. It will only take the grace of God for that leader not to crash. Show me a leader who has consistently served, either serving people, serving community, genuinely, not eye service. In our world today, we have more of eye service people than people actually serving. Please, eye service does not serve anything. It only serves you trouble at the end of the day. Mhm. From those you have done it against and the person you are even doing it for. Okay. Now, please, again, let me reiterate these points. Stella, oh, sorry for the network from your end. Every post you make online in this digital age will either build or destroy your leadership. It will either build your leadership, it will either build your brand, or it will either weaken it. Anything you say, you post, you do will return back to you in leadership. So, the third session, which I'll be dealing with digital pitfalls that leaders must avoid. Remember, at the Leadership Mind School, everyone is a leader. No one is lesser than another. We are all called to be leaders, and we are all expected to lead effectively, irrespective of our position, irrespective of your placement. Listen, the least person in an organization can be the leader, because leadership from the Leadership Mind School perspective is not positional. It's not about your position. It is about the value that you are adding. Having to been to some organizations, you never remember the manager, but you can never forget the receptionist. Perhaps the way he or she received you dutifully, diligently, you can't forget. Sometimes you want to go to that grocery store, you want to go to that supermarket, you want to go to that store because of the person selling, not because of the owner. That is leadership. So, number one pitfalls that leaders must avoid is misinformation. A leader should not be involved in lie telling. When I tell people that, you see, the person who lies is a liar, the person who steals is a thief. So, why will you steal when you don't want to be called a thief? Why will you lie when you don't want to be called a liar? We must get this fact very clear and straight. Misinformation, disinformation is the number one pitfall to leadership. When you misinform people, you lose value, you lose trust. This is why you must verify information before spreading it. You must verify information before saying it. When next you're about to share even a post on your platforms, when next you're about to tell somebody something, ask yourself a question. Is this true? Is this correct? Do I have the facts? Because it causes loss of value when you misinform people. When people no longer when people no longer trust what you say. When you say good morning, they need to check, is it really morning or is afternoon? When people need to double check information that is coming from you, big issue. The second pitfall, digital pitfall, is emotional posting. Emotional posting. I had said this few weeks ago, I'm sure we remember that. Most things we do through emotion don't end up paying us well. Most things we do with emotion. Sometimes, in fact, a few weeks ago, someone was was actually giving me some emotional blackmail. Emotional blackmail, you know. Let me, without prejudice to the person, someone, when those who help you genuinely in season of need are not people that you should easily write on. No, those who helped you, of course, nobody should blackmail you into doing a wrong, all because they had helped you in the past. You see, that's why I really appreciate what Let's Talk said, mentioned on TikTok. Everything about me and leadership is in context. It's in context. No one, emotional blackmail is wrong, is bad. Also, no one should blackmail you all because they had helped you in the past. What is going on this TikTok? Just a moment. Fix. Okay. All right, perfect. Now, no one. You see, today people blackmail. In fact, blackmail is going on everywhere. Few years ago, a couple of years ago, someone very close, quite close, was helped to get a facility from a financial institution on trust. On trust, oh. Now, and it was like, oh my God, I have this contract, I have this job, please, I need this. The thing will be paid back almost immediately. Something somehow just said, okay, well, help. And the person was assisted to get a facility from a financial institution on trust, no collateral, nothing. Even with documents signed, after then, this person absconded. No communication, nothing. Every attempt, you didn't pay the principal, neither are you even talking about. You've not somebody have not paid principal, is the interest the person will not pay. So you see, sometimes when people see people not assisting, it is wrong precedent that people have set that is hindering people. Now, people keep calling, sir, this your person you recommended, he has not done this. It was like film trick. All attempt, if we read message, the person will not respond. But recently, you see, that's how life is very funny. And this is why you, as leaders, especially on this platform, you must lead with principles. Just that issue is yet to be resolved. But now, same person interestingly returned back. Please, I need to go for surgery. Hey, you need to help me. You need to assist. And I was like, you. And then next, what followed? What followed? You are not responding to my message now. If I die now, I said, you will not die by the grace of God. But even if you die, it is not on me. Serious as that. Serious as that. That is emotional blackmail. You say na so, Abi? Good. So we must refuse emotional blackmailing, emotional posting. Please never post, never say a word. When I thank you on TikTok, never say a word when you are angry. Refuse, reject, avoid it. No matter what they say, try. Because words, once spoken, hardly returns. You know what I did to that young man? I prayed, God, don't let him die. Oh. Don't let him die, but I don't have resources to put in there again. I mean, are we thinking this the case of many? All the chats are still there. Okay, he has used his hand to block his benefactor. Yes. So not be, oh my God. Okay, let's proceed. Number 3, online arguments. Winning arguments can cost you influence. It's not every argument that you should win. As a matter of fact, they are not even giving trophy for who argue pass or who win. It's not, they don't give trophy. Mary J, you are inviting me to co-host with you on TikTok. We will create time for this. Please, let's just follow through with this session first. Thank you very much. I think we will do that. Gracious Grace, you are late. Thank you. But the good thing is you can always catch up on YouTube. Thank you very much. I love the energy in the room. Let's keep getting the comments in and sharing this live session. Like on TikTok and also on YouTube across. All right, beautiful. So inconsistency is the fourth digital pitfall that leaders must avoid. Please do everything you can to be consistent. To be consistent. Do your best to be consistent at what you do, because your online character should match your real life character. That's part of the consistency. You will see online slay queen will be offline. Maybe somebody should correct, complete it in the comment section. Don't be a different person. Somebody is rich online and very rich offline. So somebody is very rich, wealthy online, but offline, I some persons have been monitoring online, and one day made a request. I said, I said, come, wait a minute. I thought you are doing very He says, sir, no vessel now packaging, no. And I said, don't go and package yourself out of reach of your benefactor or of your helper. Don't go and package yourself out of reach. While we dealt on this last week, packaging, while you are doing the packaging, everything must be done moderately. Mama Sophia, thank you for joining on TikTok. Thank you. I hope you are enjoying the section. Sunday, Susan, thank you. Chioma from our ex Andrew said, na Gen Z character online should match her character offline. Yes, thank you. Offline beggar, Sarah said. So we must match it, because in as much as you need many followers online, but your real followers, those who will really adjudge you, are those that even know you offline. Fifthly, the fifth digital pitfall is chasing virality. While we are all chasing viral, we want to go viral, we want to trend, we want to do this, but never sacrifice your principles for attention. Do not sacrifice your principles. I mean, there should be no go area for you. There should be things they cannot even discuss with you about. People should around you on your platform should know your boundaries. They should know your boundaries. If people don't know your boundary, they wouldn't know when they cross it. All right. So attention gained without integrity becomes liability at the end. Akele, you are welcome. Good evening. Attention gained without integrity will end up becoming a liability. That is why, oh, good evening, Mr. Andrew on YouTube from the YouTube channel. Thank you. That is why people must be cautious of how they rise. Those who rise too early, those who rise too swiftly, falls faster. Grow your way to the top. Go through the process. Walk. They say slow and steady, in some case, win the race. Go gradually. Grow sequentially. Even when you need to grow exponentially, ensure that you don't jump the process. The last session which I'll be treating this evening Wow, Olaiton, good evening. We missed you. Thank you for meeting up at this time. It's practical digital leadership strategies. In everything, strategy is the winner. How you approach things strategically determines how far you go. For example, when we started the Leadership Mind School, we started only first with Facebook. Gradually, I know people approach me all manner. We will give you 10,000 followers. We will give you 20,000. We will give you just pay, just do this, do this. All those that were saying it that time, they are no more here today. Because why? The value they wanted to bring in was not the organic one that will sustain influence. Anything, yes, we can afford buy 100,000, buy win 1 million, but what is the end game? Where is the intake? So you don't buy, like I said earlier, this thing has no price tag. The price tag that is there is your value, your credibility, the principles that you uphold. That is the price tag, if at all there is. So, number one, practical digital leadership strategy is build a learning habit. Please, if you are not teachable, you cannot lead. You cannot lead. If you are not teachable, you cannot lead people. So you must inculcate, you must learn the habit of learning. And how do you learn? You learn from reading. You must learn to read, though. You must learn to read. Yes, Doreen, you grow yourself to the top. Readers, leaders are readers. Someone said, this Facebook write-up every day is long. Oh, I said, this short thing is long. People no longer read. But I'm sure for those of us that are committed to this platform, even if it is the short daily daily teachings that you read, I think it must have been very helpful, because what you read most times sticks. What you read most times sticks, because you read now, you are seeing with your eyes, you are reading with your mind, so you are comprehending. So you learn by reading, by carrying out researches and staying informed. If you are not informed, you will be deformed. If you are not informed, you will be deformed. Most people today are suffering deformation because they lack information. We are in an information age. Things happen very fast, very fast, very fast. Information is the currency of the age we are in. Information is the currency of today's age. If you are not informed, you will easily be deformed. I hope that is clear. So we must ensure that we build a learning habit. Two, develop quality content. Anything you do, learn to teach. Teach your followers. Make people to understand what you do, how you do it. That is because leadership is about replicating yourself in others. When those following you over time cannot do the things you do, then there is a problem. Then there is a problem. So true leaders, they teach. True leaders are teachers. True leaders encourages people. They encourage people. True leaders inspires. They inspire. In fact, seeing them alone is an inspiration. Hearing their story alone is an inspiration. And they educate. After all, even the Holy Book says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. That is because of what they don't know, they perish. They lack education. So true leaders educate. Thirdly, they build communities. We're talking about practical steps for leaders to lead in a digital world. Learn to build community. Please, the one you built before, even if you were disappointed, build another one. Keep building. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged. People stay where they feel connected. Why are we creating platforms? Is community. Today's community is no longer the community of old, your village people. Your village people is a community, but we are talking about building global community, a community of like-minded people. Juliana Sam, you are welcome. Juliana is almost always the first person to comment on our daily teaching on Facebook. I will be wondering, are you just waiting for the message to drop? Thank you for your consistency on that. So, build communities. What are you doing? What industry are you in? How are you building the community around your industry? Those you build are the ones that will sustain you tomorrow. Most leaders fall today because they refuse to build anyone yesterday. Those you build today are the ones that will sustain you tomorrow. Most leaders force Christ today because they failed to build to raise anyone yesterday. This is the reality of leadership. And lastly, learn new technology. Learning. Leaders are learners. Leaders are learners. Learn new technology. Some of you need to learn Excel. Some of you need to learn PowerPoint presentation. Some of you need to, you see, when AI started, artificial intelligence, people said all manner, including myself. Oh. But today, like one of my mentors would say, don't, it's only a fool that is shameful of what is gainful. So, whatever is profitable, legitimately do it. Learn new technology. Number one is this artificial intelligence. What you don't learn, you need to learn okay, on TikTok, you need to learn PowerPoint presentation. Beautiful. What you don't learn today, you will pay for tomorrow. What you don't learn today, you will pay for it tomorrow. Chioma from Facebook said, nice one, very inspiring. I will put it to practice. Keep up the good work, sir. Dr. Bright Leadership. And thank you very much. I appreciate that beautiful comment from Chioma Gloria Onyekwelu. Beautiful. Now, interestingly, some things look very simple. But because you don't know it, you have to pay for it. Some things you can even do for yourself, but because you don't know it, you have to pay for it. Some years ago, I invited someone to do something for me, and he just did it. It looked so simple, and he was calling some exorbitant amount. I said, just for this small thing. He said, okay, if na small thing, you for do am for it by yourself now. And he said, well, or would I have preferred he was roaming around, took an hour and knowing what to do, and he was right. Don't be shameful of what is profitable. Don't be shameful of what is gainful. Learn new. My brother from, okay, on Facebook, Abel Francis, Kayode Ranti, you are welcome. Good evening. Thank you for coming. So don't be, in the next 10 minutes, we are done, maximum. Don't be shameful of what is gainful. Learn new technology, because we are in a digital age. Yesterday I was trying to correct a very senior person. He made a post, and the post wasn't really so cool. You know, to correct elderly people, you need wisdom. You don't just correct them like that. If not, your correction will be seen as vindictive. After a while, he got it. Initially, no, 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 but after a while, he got it. And he said, "You were right. Thank you. Thank you. I will learn." Elderly person, senior person, academia, you know, because and we laughed about it. He said, if it was some other person, they would say it's AI. Today we saw that person that went to a state and wore INEC. When they asked him, he said it was AI. So, because what AI cannot do these days is almost does not, there are very few things. So, learn new technology, do digital collaboration, collaborate, learn. Some persons need to learn content creation. Listen, literacy, literacy is not, when they say somebody is an illiterate, in fact, today, some persons are technological illiterates. It's not an insult, it's a fact, because they are not interested. And the world is being taken, the world is running, the world now is struggling to catch up with technology. If there's anything you must do this week, is for you to learn. Let's talk. By next week, you must tell us how far you have gone in your learning of PowerPoint presentation. Learn something new, because the future belongs to leaders who continue to learn. The future belongs to leaders who continue to learn. Please listen to this. The most influential leaders in our world today and in contemporary times are lifelong learners. The most influential leaders in our world today, and even at contemporary times, they are lifelong leaders. Today, the young ones don't want to learn, they believe they know it all. And that's why you can see the decadence in society. Listen to this again. Digital tools multiply the influence of prepared leaders. Digital technology enhances your preparedness. Technology complements what you already know to do. That's what technology is not a replacement. It complements what you do. So I want you to leave tonight's session knowing that the future of leadership is in your hands. The future of leadership is both physical and digital. The future of leadership is both physical and digital. Those who take advantage of the digitalization of leadership are the ones that will shape tomorrow. So we must wake up, because technology will keep changing, but the leadership principles that we have will never change. Today, we have influencers online. We have technological giants without principles, and the result is showing. But when we have principled leaders taking charge of technological leadership, then imagine the kind of result we will have. So in the next 1 minute or two, I will be calling out the names of those still online active this moment. And if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section before we leave the session this evening. Bukola, good evening. I think I'm just seeing you tonight. Thank you. Harrison, thank you very much. I will read your comment, very powerful one. You shouldn't, from TikTok, Mr. Harrison Aware from TikTok, he said, you shouldn't be shameful of what is gainful. I so much love that word, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, my great brother. You have been great to me. You have been good to me. I love you so much, and we'll continue to partner to do greater things together. That's a beautiful comment from TikTok platform. Now on Facebook, Adaugo Joy say principles to leadership does not change. Yes, it does not change. It does not change. You cannot change the goal. You can't shift the goalpost. Technology may change, but principles never change. So that's why you must be people of principle. That's why when you meet some persons, they'll say this person is a principled man, oh, because he holds strong, firmly to what he or she believes. That is principle. Holding strongly what you believe in. That is principle. Thank you very, very much. So Adalgo also said, so let's all try to keep on learning. Yes. Kayode from Facebook, you are trying, sir. Are you a teacher? Yes, sir. I'm a teacher. Olashade said, we keep learning every day by the years. Someone said, won't all this topic finish? That at least once in a month. I said, when you go to school, they teach you every day. So when you go to church, they teach you every day or every Sunday. So there is always something to teach. So Sunday, Suzanne from Facebook said, more wisdom. Thank you. Also, thanks for sharing. Who else? Let me read some other comments. If you want me to read your comment, please drop them. Mabel Lisa. Okay, I'm just seeing you. More wisdom, sir. Thank you. Bukola Balkis. Happy weekend. Adejoke, more wisdom, boss. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much, everyone. I sincerely appreciate you all. You know, leadership is a two-way thing. No one can lead himself alone. Though you lead yourself first to lead others, because you can't lead others without leading yourself first. Leadership begins with you and I. Leadership begins with me. Leadership begins with you. So thank you very, very much. Okay. Blessing Orezi said from Facebook. Okay, well, okay, good evening, sir. Okay, Nosa or Morigi Facebook, more grace, sir. We need intentional leaders in Nigeria. Very, very correct. Let's talk on TikTok. Learning is exciting. More grace, my mentor, sir. Yes, learning indeed is exciting. We must all learn, and consistency is key. Part of the consistency key for me is tonight. It was almost impossible for me to be here doing this session, but because of the consistency, you know, you do your best to be consistent. Do your best to be consistent. There is a reason for it, because the system is watching, people are watching your consistency. So thank you, good night, enjoy the rest of the weekend, and next week will be great and better. Remember, same time, we are here again, 7 p.m. Nigerian West African time and 8 p.m. Central European time for our audience across other nations. And those of you that came in late, you can go back to our YouTube channel and follow up to watch the rest. Ufan, Stella Johnson, thank you so, so much. And God bless you all. Good night.